The energy definitely feels intense today. Queen of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. It's like I'm struggling to remember what was the first video that failed or that was muted in this one, but this came out. I'm just not sure if it came out in this video or the other one, but yeah, Queen of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. And this feels like a choice. Like, who do you want to be? Like, you see her and then you see him. Look how his interaction, his dynamic with the pentacle versus hers. And also look at the environment. Like, you see him, he's sitting on what he would probably consider a throne too. But when you look at it, it's like it's a cement block slab. And yeah, it's just not the same. And this just feels like you have to let it flow. You have to let things flow. And this feels like with resources, your money, your material things, and to not hold any of them too tightly. And understand that the stuff you have is not you, is not your value. Understand that the things you have are a product of the value you already have within you. So understand that you make the things don't make you. So understand that if you're sitting there with a tight grip on it, you're really trying to hold on to it as far as just money, you're scared to spend it because you want to have it or you need it, understand that you're blocking yourself. And that's directly operating in a lack vibration. Because someone who truly knows they're abundant understands that money is just energy and it flows the same way oxygen flows. In and out, in and out. You don't wake up afraid that each breath is your last breath. Like, you just continue to breathe. You let it flow. You understand that on the other end of every exhale is another inhale. And it's like money is the same way. It's energy and it flows the same way. It's source, just like your source. And at the end of the day, the money itself is just paper, but the thing behind it that's making it all operate is just energy. And when you understand that, you keep a loose grip. You allow it to, it's not just on the floor. It's not that she doesn't value it, but she allows it to kind of breathe. She allows it to sit there and look at her environment. Her throne is gold. Her environment's real luscious. I don't see no cement. You feel me? And it's like everything here is man-made and natural, which tells me she's in the flow of things. She's in alignment to the universe. But look, on his card, he's got like cement. He's got big buildings and, a bunch of man-made materials around, much less natural. And look, even the other pinnacles don't even look real. Like, these pinnacles on here, like they don't really kind of look the same as the one he's holding and the one above his head. Like, so yeah, this just feels like a choice. Like, and it doesn't really feel like a choice. It feels like just a warning. Like, make sure you're not him. Make sure you're spending more time as her. And understand that you have the support. I'm getting ancestor energy through the trees as well. Fertility, which just makes me feel like the things that you're working on, when you're in that flow and when you're in, when you let go and you allow things to flow, that you're very fertile right now as far as just the things you create, the things you contribute to the collective and to the world. Will be very fruitful right now. Hell yeah. And it's like, you can be money oriented if you want to, but you'll always be at the mercy of money. And it's like, you're way bigger than that. You're much, much beyond some paper. So yeah, I would definitely say be more purpose oriented and purpose focused more than anything, whatever that is for you. And freedom focused, things that make you feel free and alive. And understand that you doing those things will always lead to the money. because the way you vibrate when you're fulfilled, the way you're inspired when you're fulfilled and all that, that's going to lead to nothing but inspired seeds, which is going to lead to inspired trees and money trees. So, hell yeah, you ain't got to focus on the money. That's going to come. And yeah, King of Pentacles on the bottom. When they came out earlier, they came out together, the King and the Queen. So it's just funny that they came out back to back again. Yeah, and this just feels like the next step as far as right off of the Queen of Pentacles, as far as letting it flow. This feels like the security that comes from that. Like, yeah, like I'm hearing legacy, I'm hearing stature, I'm hearing just overall growth in a real solid and firm and cemented way. Yeah, this feels generational. This feels like, yeah, an empire, really. And never-ending just abundance. Like, it just continues to flow. And it's like, as you're enjoying the fruits of your labor, old fruits of your labor, new ones are coming in still to where you can't even keep up with it. Like, it just keeps coming right back to back. And you're like, wow, I'm still enjoying last year's harvest. And now, like, this is the biggest harvest we've ever gotten. And it's like, yeah, if you allow it to flow, money's gonna love you, you know? Just money is energy, like I said. And with anybody, just like you, we as people don't want to be held too tight. We enjoy our freedom. We want to be able to kind of flow in and flow out and do our thing and show up as we want to. It's like if someone was sitting there holding you tight all the time, it's like, oh, don't go, you can't leave. Like, how often would you go to that person? You'd probably not go over there that often, because you know it's gonna be, when you're trying to leave, they're gonna hold you hostage. They're gonna make you feel bad about it. They're gonna sit there hella worried that you'll never come back. Like, that's not, you would probably not even want to go over there. And it's like, if you're treating your money like that might be the reason why it doesn't want to come over to your house, why it doesn't want to come kick it with you. Because, like, yeah, every time I go over there, like, I just sit in the account for hella long and I never move, and it just sits here because she's afraid to spend me or move me or to invest me in the things she likes or anything like that. And it's like, money is a collective resource. So especially right now, as we're moving into these new earth energies and into 5D consciousness as a whole, understand that, yeah, it has to flow. Money is a collective energy. If you're sitting there hoarding money, it's not going to flow to you the way it probably would have in the recent past. And as you've seen, you know, with all these billionaires and things like that. But understand that things are shaking out. Things are still unfolding. So, yeah, allow that flow right now. Don't wait till it's too late to try to embrace these new ways of living, and understand that things are very, very new. Things are, yeah, reality and just all that is very, very different right now and continue to unfold. So, yeah, don't hold it too tight. Allow it to flow. And that doesn't mean just go spend your money everywhere. Just go throw it to wherever you can throw it just to keep it flowing. But to spend it with intention, you know. If that feels right or you need it, you like it, go ahead. If you did a good thing and, you know, and the celebration is in order, go ahead. And understand that keeps the fire going. That keeps your momentum going. That keeps you feeling full and fulfilled and ready to show up. Because you have to live a life worth living. And it's like, what's the point of all of it if you're going to be afraid to actually live? What's the point of making all the money if you're going to be afraid to use it for your freedom? Because that's what it's about anyway. So, yeah, don't trade your freedom for the money, and don't, you know, secure your freedom just to become slave to the money and to become oppressed by the money, the very thing that's supposed to free you. So, yeah, just let it flow, y'all, and understand that it's going to come back. I love art. I create all the time. Art from the heart. Hell yeah. Yeah, art, that's what we're here to do. Creation is all of our responsibilities and our blessings to be able to carry that type of burden. Hell yeah. Work to live, not live to work. Exactly. All this stuff is supposed to serve us. At the point we find ourselves just kind of fueling, you know, someone else's dreams, just fueling someone else's freedom, like, we need to kind of rear ourselves back in, or reel ourselves back in. And yeah, the devil on the bottom, I definitely peeped it earlier and ignored it. And it definitely came right back out. And then this popped out. And with this, I'm feeling like that same choice energy again. It feels like, yes, we're in the darkness right now, but you have a choice as to how that impacts you. Like, you don't, uncertainty doesn't have to be paired with fear automatically. And that's something I saw like a couple weeks ago, and that was really profound to me. Because yeah, I typically, when I don't know what's going on, fear comes in real quick, or I start to doubt or start to question and all that stuff. 57. And with this, it's like, yo, yes, you're in the dark, but it doesn't have to be, the uncertainty doesn't have to be paired with fear. You can understand that everything's going to work out. You can understand like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but past times I didn't know what was going on. It all worked out in my favor. And this time will be no different. And you can hang your hat on that and show up authentically in that and understand that everything will work out. It doesn't have to be this big scary thing until things pan out. You can enjoy the freedom. You can enjoy the unlimited possibilities. You can, go do your thing and follow your heart and go where you feel called to go. Because in that same darkness is all the possibilities. When everything is already lined up and you know exactly what's coming next, there's not too much room for spontaneity and freedom and like possibilities and imagination, because you already know where you're going. And we're, as humans, we're creatures of habit. So once we have these routines in place, once we know exactly what we need to do, we're doing it. Like boom, boom, boom. But when we find ourselves in these spaces where it's like, damn, I don't know what to do, or I don't know what's going on, that's when we start to think, and that's when we start to create. Especially if you can stay out of your mind and allow it to go in a positive way, then yeah, there's so many possibilities, and literally everything is possible. So yeah, understand that right now you can be the devil, but understand that you're the devil in this situation. If you choose to entertain all the fearful thoughts, if you choose to be fearful in the uncertainty, rather than just embracing it and flowing with it and taking the trip that it wants to take you on and experiencing what it wants to show you. Because yeah, you have a choice. So if you choose to go with fear, it will impact you that way. If you choose to follow the light and the knowings that you have within you and the overall wisdom that you've built up to this point, then it'll serve you in that way. But it really comes down to you. And I see judgment on the split. It's like, yeah, the decision is yours. And understand that it's nothing that's being put on you. If you choose to go the fearful route, when things start to feel like a lot, understand that you have a choice. Things are going to work out. And it's like, you don't have to be sitting there fearful just because you don't know what's going on or what's coming next. You can go do things that make you feel like you can listen to your heart and follow the GPS that you have within you that works very, very well, as in your heart. So yeah, the choice is yours. And that's what I keep hearing in my head. It's like, it's up to you. It's up to you. Like, things are working out just fine. Things are unfolding perfectly fine. If you want to be fearful, you can do that. But you're just going to get there and look back and be like, wow, everything worked out. I could have just been chilling. It's like, yeah, you could have been. And it's like, but the choice is yours. Everything's going to be okay. But whether it's okay now or later is up to you. But it can be okay now.